Hey guys, welcome back to the house. So we got to go ahead and talk Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You guys, I am disgusted, and I finally see the anti-blackness seeping out from the cast members of these women in Utah. Now that we know who Jennie Nguyen really is, I'm just really disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm appalled. I was looking at this damn TV show like, what the hell is going on? I really just don't understand it. I'm not going to recap the entire episode because it was quite a snooze fest. I really don't care what these women got going on in their personal lives, except for this case with Jen Shah that everybody seemed to forget about. Like, why is we focusing on Meredith and her dead father's memorial and what date it was, instead of being worried about whether Jen Shah is fraudulent or not? And they had the nerve to call Meredith a fraud. Like, is it switcheroo day? I'm confused. That doesn't make any sense. I'm confused as to why Kyle and Dorit and Garcelle and them and Sutton and them had more to say about Erica being married to a fraud than the cast of Salt Lake City, Utah, questioning Jen being an actual fraud, allegedly. Make it make sense, okay? Make it make sense. It does not, okay? It does not. Anyways, so yeah, I don't really care what these women got going on. The episode was boring until we got to this Vita party. Lisa Taco Bell Barlow hosted this 80s, 90s Vita party for her tequila. The party was so uninteresting. The party was extremely boring. The party was a snooze fest. It was empty. Nobody was there. It was clear to me that the party was only thrown just to have a scene for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And that is just the honest to God truth. I mean, the only reason why She by Sheree is still a thing is because of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We know that a lot of the times these are not real events. They're events that are thrown with the hopes of getting seen on the show, right? With that being said, the party was empty. Mary Cosby shows up, and I'm surprised because Mary Cosby and Lisa Barlow was just at Zion cussing each other out, talking about some you're fake and your church is fake and your this is fake and your Chanel is fake and your Louis Vuitton boots are fake, right? And then Mary was like, you still eat Taco Bell, for crying out loud. Okay, your kids and your husband need nutrients, little girl. Right? So they was just cussing each other out in Zion. And all of a sudden, Lisa Taco Bell Barlow has this party for her Vita tequila and Mary is there. Now, what sense does that make? Because if I think that this girl is running a cult and I think she's fake and we just got into an argument, why would I invite her to my tequila party? Okay? And quiet as it's kept, Mary came up to the party and I think she ordered some water. She did not want to drink that Vita tequila because she said it tasted bland and blah, right? And we know that Vita tequila is not in the black markets. It's not in the urban markets. They don't sell it here in Atlanta. And y'all know black people love tequila, child. Okay, so Lisa, you might want to think about getting it into the urban markets. But even with that, the shit still might not sell because Mary Cosby said that it was blah. It was bland. So I don't know how well the tequila is doing. But with that being said, y'all, during the Vita tequila party, what's her name? Whitney Rose, who is extremely desperate, who really wants some camera time, who is really working overtime to save her puddle and turn it back into a snowflake. Okay, she's working overtime. She pulls Mary Cosby to the side and said, hey, can I talk? Mary Cosby is like, what do you want, little girl? Okay, what do you want? We are not friends. I don't like you. I'm only here to, fulfill my contract. I said that I would be at every event that I was invited to. What do you want? And Whitney Rose commences to pull Mary Cosby to the side and basically apologize for calling her church a cult. But before they can really get into the nitty-gritty of the conversation, you have Jennie Nguyen, the very anti-black Miss Jennie Nguyen, interjecting herself into the conversation. I think Mary Cosby said something to the effect of, I'm not a mean person. And Jennie goes, you're not a mean person, Mary? Really? Not a mean person? And I kind of thought the same way, like, Mary, you ain't nice. You are definitely not nice, and you don't give none of these women the benefit of no doubt. But I guess Jennie was already feeling a ways because Mary walked into the party and did not say a damn thing to Miss Jennie Nguyen. Um, and I guess Jennie was feeling invisible. Okay, because Miss Thang was ignoring her ass. And so the fact of Jennie feeling dismissed, along with the fact that she was guzzling up that water of a tequila named Vita, along with the fact that Mary is having this conversation with Whitney Rose talking about some I'm not mean, I guess that just set Jennie on fire and she had to say something about the situation. And Jennie just started going off. Jennie totally hijacked Whitney Rose's conversation with Mary Cosby and just started going off, started cussing the girl out. Mary Cosby wanted to leave the situation. She was traveling out the party. Anti-Black Jennie Nguyen was following her, kind of like how Adriana, stormed off in Miami, and then Joanna stormed after her, and then got to that chin. It was similar to that situation. However, the person following behind was the aggressor because Jennie Nguyen ended up throwing a whole glass of that nasty ass tequila at the back of Mary's head. Now, thankfully, it didn't connect. Okay, thankfully, Mary did not get hit, but that is attempted assault. Okay, you tried to hit me with a glass that could have, cut the back of my head. It could have cut, the back of one of her strands because she had that curly bun and whatnot. Mary has been really in tune with her natural hair lately, which I love. Y'all, I was appalled at the situation, and knowing what I know now about Jennie Nguyen being anti-Black and anti-Black Lives Matter, it just disgusts me even more. And the ironic thing about the situation is that Miss Anti-Black Jennie Nguyen said, oh, well, you wanted to come into the party and ignore me and not say hey to me and all of that stuff. Well, guess what, Mary Cosby? I matter. Me, Anti-Black Jennie Nguyen, I matter. Don't try to treat me like I don't matter because I matter. Keyword matter. These are her words, not mine, y'all. Keyword matter. Remember that. Because I find it really interesting how all of 2020, you were all over Facebook talking about Black Lives Matter, mocking the Black lives who were lost due to police brutality. You were all over Facebook downplaying the situation when it came to Black Lives Matter. And all of a sudden, you are on this platform of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City screaming, I matter, I matter, I matter. I found that to be extremely ironic. And I'm really happy and ecstatic that Miss Anti-Black Jennie Nguyen is no longer a part of the cast, sis. Okay, because that was an attempted assault. And then the most disgusting thing about it all was the fact that it was trivialized. Didn't nobody care that Jennie Nguyen was going around the party just throwing glasses at people? Can I say attempted assault for the 5th time? I mean, I'm just saying, right? Nobody seemed to care. What was even more disgusting is that Lisa said that she didn't have a problem with it. Oh, you're ruining my party by throwing my tequila in these glasses at somebody's head? That's what you're doing at my party? More power to you, sis. Keep it going. As long as you don't, ruin my artwork and my signs, I don't really care. And I was like, wow. Wow, Lisa Taco Bell Barlow. Wow. This is how y'all are going to treat the Black woman on the show, the first and only Black housewife of Salt Lake City. I understand that Mary Cosby can be really rude. She can be mean. I understand that y'all aren't getting along at this point in time. But where is the common decency? When did assault or attempted assault become acceptable? I'm just a little bit confused at this entire TV series. I think now that we've seen the last of Mary Cosby, we need justice for all Black lives in Salt Lake City, Utah. They need to replace Jennie and Mary Cosby with two black women. I don't care. And if they don't, I ain't watching. Okay? Reparations, bitch. Anyways, and then I just was bored and I decided to watch Tamra Judge and some random woman. I almost called her name. Some random woman on Watch What Happens Live, and she said, oh, well, it had to be done. She was asked by Andy Cohen how she felt about Jennie Nguyen throwing that glass at what's her name, Mary Cosby, and the random woman said, oh, well, it had to be done. What the hell is going on? What in the hell is going on? If that glass was thrown at a white woman, there would be outrage everywhere. So, anyways, I hate to make things about race, but I mean, you have to when this woman whole ass was mocking dead black people and going in on black parents, talking about some you had 18 years to teach your kids not to loot and steal and riot, set buildings ablaze. Jennie Nguyen, you have 40 years not to be a racist, but yet here we are today. Okay? Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about the situation in the comments down below. I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I love you guys, and don't forget to create a great day.